Hey friends, early morning post. We are about to get on a plane to go to New York to celebrate the release of the MacGyver musical album. Very excited about this. No one more excited than Annalise. I sometimes something I've noticed recently in my musical improvisation is that it's easy to neglect melody when you're someone like me, when you're someone who loves harmony and loves the kind of movement of chords and key centers and tonal shifts. It's easy to put my attention on that. And as this is something I've observed for a while, and something that has kind of emerged as an insight about it. It's an interesting issue, because on one level, improvisation is all about melody. Melody is the thing. That's what the improv is. The harmony, at least in many forms of jazz, especially as it's traditionally played, harmony was kind of given. We would use templates of songs for their harmonic structure, and then the improvisation is the melody and all the rhythmic and all the different elements we bring to it. But for somebody like me who gets really up close and digs into what's happening here harmonically, where are we going, how can we get from here to there, it's easy to get I would say a form of distracted from the melody, which is ultimately the heart center. It's ultimately where it's where we are. See, that top line is what's telling us what's happening. Let me come back up. But that, I have this interest in all of the all that stuff, but the melody is really where the heart is. And I think that there's as an analogy in life, in some ways harmony is kind of like the mind, or the thought context for the melody, and that's vastly important, obviously. But I feel like someone who has a proclivity towards kind of philosophical, what does it all mean, rumination, harmony and harmonic exploration is the musical domain where we can really let that impulse habits, run itself ragged. Figuring out the nooks and crannies of that movement. But what I've been reminded of recently, and I think where this post is coming from, is from having a sense that we want to come back to, and we want to keep coming back to, and we want to actually really put our focus on the melody. I want to, speaking for myself, but it's almost like the harmony is like this thought cloud that might be happening internally, but the melody is what's being said out loud. So we have a voice. And we might, if this is a character, this is what's coming out. This is what he's saying to his loved one or whatever. And all this might be happening inside. Say something new. Never thought of it that way before, but it is kind of like the expressed and it's still expressed, but it's expressed differently. There's an internal, external kind of thing happening there. It's interesting to think about that as a musical theater writer, as a songwriter. Melody as the externalization of an impulse, and harmony as the internalization of an impulse. Not saying that's a perfect system, but it's inspiring to kind of try that on as a way of thinking about what's happening in a song. I think that's what I got this morning, folks. We're going to be on a plane. Next time I see you, I'll be in New York celebrating the release of an album. Maybe that's where this musical rumination is coming from. But thank you for watching. Thank you, as always, for being part of this conversation with me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you very soon.